Hell yeah.
They better put them dudes away, man. Don't give them dudes no hope. Tatum ain't even shooting well today.
Yeah, that's not a good look for Brooklyn.
Yeah, man. All right, we ready.
Are you kidding me?
Good evening, good evening. Yes, yes, yes. You know what it is. It's Tuesday. You know what that means. It's time for Sports for You on a Tuesday. Live on Facebook and YouTube on the Sports for You Facebook, Townhouse Media YouTube channel. I'm John. That's Nick Freeze.
What it do?
The man working the board, of course, the Power Father, Mr. Ben Reddy. Well, shout out Brother Mark. Right now on assignment right now, taking care of some personal things right now. So, much love to him. He'll be back next week.
Most definitely.
So it's gonna be the two-man booth right now with me and Nick Freeze today. So thank y'all for tuning in today. Watching live on Facebook, I said, and YouTube. Make sure you hit the like button on Facebook for Sports for You podcast, Townhouse Media. Subscribe to Townhouse Media on YouTube. And if you're watching on the digital, download Spreaker, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Stitcher, and Verbal. Make sure you hit the share button as well. Tell everybody that the best sports podcast in the world is on right now, and that's Sports for You. Episode 51. Thank all y'all who tuned in last week to our 50th episode celebration. Now we finna start 50th episode. Shout out to my pops Dwayne Jr. in the house. What up, pops? And all y'all who sent congratulations, who sent, of course, all types of feedback, loving, the celebration. So thank y'all again. Lots to get into as we're close to near the end of the first round of NBA playoffs. We're officially 100 days from NFL season kicking off in September. So we got a lot to talk about. Fans are back, but man, are they really giving things a bad lick here in the sports world? And I just think that's where we need to start. Joe Francis had these very cult classic videos called Girls Gone Wild back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now in 2021, it's Fans Gone Wild. In the last week, we've had 5 incidents of fans being unfan-like in the NBA. Starting in Philadelphia, where a fan spilled popcorn from their seats on the Russell Westbrook as he was walking back to the locker room after dealing with an ankle injury. Over in New York, in Madison Square Garden, you had a Knicks fan who was I don't know if he was a Knicks fan. You had a fan that was sitting courtside who spit on the back of Hawks guard Trae Young.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he got punched in the face.
Then you go over to Utah, and this is on the same night, I might add, where 3 fans made racial slurs at John Morant's family.
Are you kidding me?
And then Sunday in Boston, as the Celtics defeated the Brooklyn Nets, Kyrie Irving, a fan named Cole Buckley, 21-year-old, who was seen wearing a Kevin Garnett jersey.
Wait, his name was Cole Buckley?
Yes, his name is out there. His public note.
That's his government name is Cole Buckley?
Yes.
Man, I can't talk about that on this show. Go ahead.
But he was spotted, and fans caught him throwing a water bottle in the direction of Nets guard Kyrie Irving. He was arrested. He was being charged with assault. And then but wait, it gets worse. Last night, during Game 4 of the Wizards-Sixers game in our nation's capital, you had a fan run onto the court. He had to be tackled by security. Now, I must also add this. All these fans who are committing these actions are white. And we can be honest. This is partly a racial thing, and it's an entitlement thing. They want us. They're back in stadiums for the first time in a year, and they just feel like they can just do whatever they want because they've been locked down because of the pandemic. Feel like they've been in their own jail, so they want to treat these athletes like they're animals, throwing stuff at them, spitting at them, calling them names, talking about their families. It's not cool, not at all.
This I don't know. I don't know if this is like this thing about about today's age is it's different from back in the day.
What's that?
You know, everybody follows. So they see one guy does it, so they're like, oh, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Right.
You know, all of a sudden it becomes a trending topic. You know, you get talked about on all the all over the internet and everything, you know. So you never know. Some of these people may be doing this stuff to help boost their own whatever they got going on with their own Instagram or something. You never know. Somebody's gonna from these incidents is gonna end up being some type of social what they call them social influencer.
Yes.
Out of this eventually. I can already see it.
Someone's gonna be the next Logan Paul or something.
We'll talk about them later. But yeah, I don't get this is ridiculous. You know, people need to realize that you know, this is like when you're at work. They're at work right now.
Yes.
So, you know, if I'm at work and somebody throws something at me, it's gonna be an issue.
That's right.
Off the bat. You know, especially if you spitting on me. You spit on the ground. You don't spit on nobody. That's ridiculous.
That's facts.
You spit on the ground. So you telling somebody that they're equal to the ground. That's out of pocket.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I just don't get it. I mean, we've been trying to get fans back in arenas so we can enjoy the real essence of basketball, football, baseball, because the fans are a part of the game. But don't make yourself the story. The story is what's the product that's on the court, that's on the field. But you want to be. Everyone wants to have their 15 seconds of fame, and now you got these fans. And by the way, Jaylen Brown's wearing the Raiders hat.
Yeah, man.
But these fans want their 15 seconds of fame. So let me see what I can do to be a trending topic on SportsCenter. I'm going to spit on Trae Young's back. I'm going to sit courtside. I'm going to be a row behind 50 Cent, and I'm going to reach over the row, and I'm going to spit on the back of Trae Young.
Yeah, that's look out of all of them. That's the one that really has me like, nah. That's all the way ridiculous.
That one when I took the most personal.
Yeah, because that I don't like that. That's nasty. You spitting on somebody, especially considering we going through COVID times too. Like, come on, man, you can't be doing stuff like that. That's ridiculous. That's nasty.
And you wonder, like, man, because what if that? Let's just say, and not God forbid, Trae Young would have caught COVID because of that.
Exactly. And look, everything NBA shut down, shut right back down.
I'm like, here we go again. The playoffs are going to be on hold now because this idiot.
Oh, good block.
That's Jason Tatum. He's not going out without a fight.
Yeah.
Because this idiot I don't even know the kid's name, but this idiot decided I need to just prove how drunk I am, so I'm gonna spit on the back of Trae Young because the Knicks aren't good enough to beat him on the court.
Yeah, they need to talk to Julius Randle about that one. If you want to go ahead and get the I'm not saying spit on anybody, but if you're gonna be spitting on somebody, you need to be talking to your own players.
That's facts.
But you know what's crazy though about all this?
What's that?
Is the fact of this stuff. It's crazy that it's happening in basketball games because that rarely happens. When you usually see that happens like during a soccer game or like a football game or something like that. To that extent,
right?
You don't usually see it too often in the middle of basketball games. That's what's been weird to me. I'm like, man, that's crazy.
So what? I mean, now all these fans, by the way, have been banned from the arenas for permanently.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, I don't think that's enough. Obviously, all these fans should face legal charges, and I think we need to, as we have a segment called "Calling Out Names," we need to call out their names. We only know one of these. We only know one of these idiots' names, and that's the kid in Boston, Cole Buckley.
Mm-hmm. I really can't believe his name is Cole Buckley. That's crazy.
I don't know, blame his mama. So, but this kid who had on a Kevin Garnett jersey, and by the way, Kevin Garnett, I'll see you in calling out names. You and Big Baby Davis.
Oh man, yeah. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, but this kid. But we need to know who these guys are. I need public shaming these idiots. Will definitely give them that. Will definitely tell these guys, okay, maybe I shouldn't be out here. Basically trying to get famous by degrading another person because I'm miserable. So if I was the NBA, every person who's been involved in one of these incidents, we need to have their names on the front of TVs, their faces, just like a mugshot. Because obviously, let them feel the public shaming that an athlete would have got if an athlete would have ran in the stands and just punched him in his grill. So Brandon Tierney from CBS Sports, who does national radio talk show with Tiki Barber, and Charles Barkley has said this as well. He said, "Y'all want to fix this issue? Simple. Whoever is the fan that's causing that assaults the player, bring him down, or either you bring them down to the hallway and give them 30 seconds with the player, and give them 30 seconds to basically get their butt kicked by the player." Or let the player go into the stands and not be punished. They just punch that one fan and be about their business. Now, it's not going to happen because obviously with the malice and everything, I know. But this is something that Adam Silver, he's going to have to fix, because this isn't breaking news.
No.
It's just now, it just happened all like this in a matter of a week.
I don't think the NBA is going to do too much until a player really retaliates. Because one day they're going to do it. They're going to get a player. They really don't care. They don't care about the fine, and they're going to end up getting hurt. Just that simple. People have to remember, not like that. Like a lot of these dudes, they had some very different upbringings. A lot of these dudes, they grew up, playing basketball up over here in these rec centers and everything, probably having to fight dudes every other day or whatever in order to play basketball. They play basketball during, at the rec center, there ain't no rules up over there.
Right.
Shout out to no rules.
No rules.
And so it's just like what Bradley Beal said. He said they don't want to catch these hands. So that's it's gonna get to that point. Somebody's not gonna care.
I'm gonna put it like this. It happened. We've had an instance in baseball. I think it was I want to say not last year, 2019. A fan ran on the field during a Giants game. I think it was Brandon Crawford that said a fan ran up to him and he just basically he speared him. Like, dude, get off the field. What are you doing here?
Man, I remember. You remember back in the day, it was during a WWF event, and I think it was this fan I forgot who was it. They had hopped on Triple H or something. Or they had tried to hop on Stone Cold, and Triple H came up over there and he pretty much beat the fan up.
Well, I'm gonna give you an example. You bring that up. This happened recently, like 2 years ago during the Hall of Fame. They was having it at Barclays where the Nets play, because they was in New York, and they had the ring open, kind of like it wasn't the 4 ropes. They had the one ring open because they was walking up the stairs coming from the aisle, to do their induction speeches. A fan jumped the barricade and tried to attack Bret Hart. And every WWE superstar who was in attendance, they climbed right over the ropes.
Yeah.
And they sent that dude packing. And they made sure first of all, they made sure Bret was safe.
Yeah, of course.
Because obviously he's older.
Oh.
But they made sure, you saw about 20 dudes basically say on this dude. And they said, the next time, now I challenge one of y'all SOBs, hop this barcade one more time.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you wouldn't happen. And I haven't seen no one try it again.
Yeah, seriously. And, and that it's going to get to that point. I mean, it almost happened in the Malice in the Palace. They was over there going back and forth amongst each other.
Right.
And then when they realized the fans hopped in, it was like, hold on. We put whatever we got going on pause, and they start focusing on the fans.
Yeah, it was correct. I mean, the Malice in the Palace is the worst case because obviously what happened with Artest and all these fans and Steven Jackson and Jermaine O'Neal, and you had Ben Wallace's brother and get involved. It was just like,
and that's what I said. It's gonna get to that point where, and see, that was a group of dudes that didn't care.
Right. Now,
they was like, you gonna hit me. Guess what? You gonna get hit back just like that. We don't care.
And you bring that up like when you talk about with the Malice, like when the fans got on the court, it was pretty much open season because you had Jermaine O'Neal basically take flight on a dude who walked on the floor and he just bam, boom, clocked him. Like, it was just the worst experience. And I'm looking at Brooklyn. They're not. Brooklyn better stop playing, man.
Yeah, they gonna mess around and let Boston get back in this game
and be right back in the series, and they be back in Boston.
Yep, that's around be 7 games. They want to go 7 games. That's money.
So the question is now, what's next? I mean, do we obviously, like I said, they need to have these fans addressed. We haven't heard anything from Adam Silver from the league office, which I'm kind of not understanding. They're usually front and center on issues like this, but they haven't said anything. Why? I don't know.
It's a difficult issue. That's why. That's exactly why. It's a that's a good one. Yeah, that's not looking good for Brooklyn.
Wow, Brooklyn is only up 7. This game should not be this close.
Especially considering when we first started watching this game, I think Tatum was like 4 for 16. Yeah, he's most definitely in rhythm now.
He's not having a good game.
Yeah, but look like he's in rhythm now. And in his third quarter, like he caught a rhythm.
Don't get that boy no hope. Don't get that boy no hope, man.
Nah. The best thing, in all honesty, they need to hire security. Let's just be honest. I think it's crazy at any other event you have security that if people get out of hand, they can basically basically put hands on them.
Right.
And it's crazy that the only time it's not like that is at sporting events. You can tackle them, but that's about it. And this might be one of those things where something's going to have to happen. These fans have to realize if you go across here, there's a very strong chance of you getting your tooth knocked out.
So I'm getting in the message board. Obviously, my pops Drew said it's all great. You got to stand your ground. He basically saying like, look, yeah, because if you come on my turf, you're violating my space.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I agree with that 100%. You got to stand your ground because that makes no sense.
My boy SoCal King says, obviously, he's showing us some love. And my guys, you had no idea how much I needed this podcast. Appreciate y'all always. And then he says, screw Boston and all the teams as a record label and a mother-loving crew. Shout out to basically went with the hit 'em up reference.
Shout out to Pepsi.
Yeah, shout out to Pepsi in the building, obviously. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. All right, shout out to the Nexi Click fridge in the house. So, let's also talk about another story that's been garnering some national headlines, and that's the situation with Naomi Osaka, the tennis star, the number 2 player in the world. She made headlines last week because she announced that she wasn't going to be addressing any media during her availability at the French Open and Roland Garros in Paris and everything. So she was fined $15,000. And then yesterday she withdrew from the tournament, citing that she's been battling with depression and anxiety since 2018 when she won the U.S. Open. And she was saying before she opted out, she wanted her fine money to go to mental health. And this has just been bad because, one, this could have all just been resolved easily. Naomi Osaka is now becoming the face of tennis. And like people have said, tennis needs her more than she needs it. They could have had this resolved once they found out that she said she wasn't going to be addressing the media. You could have been called, the head of Roland Garros could have been called her and saying, let's make some type of compromise because you're the biggest attraction here. Obviously, Serena's there. Venus is there. Obviously, Serena will always be the number 1 attraction, but you're the next one.
Yeah, she's the youth.
She's 23, and she's even said how awkward it is for her to speak sometime in public. So now she's not even there, and it's a bigger story. So I seen today they talked about it this morning on First Take. I heard Stephen A. Smith talk about his anxiety issues since his mother passed 4 years ago. Matter of fact, 4 years ago today, he brought it up. Like, I don't even want to be at work right now. This is the 4-year anniversary of my mother's passing. Max dealt with, the issues that he had to deal with after his brother's death. Molly talked about, the issues she's been going through lately because Jalen lost his mom, and they've had like 5 family members die within the last month.
That's ridiculous.
And, it was a therapy session. So, and I'm going to say this and obviously mental health is serious. And, we brought this up when Skip went out of pocket talking about Dak when he was opening up about his mental health when dealing with his brother's suicide. And I can say this. When my dad died 3 years ago, that was the darkest place I've ever been in. My mama would tell you, my daughter's mom would tell you, anybody who was around me would know who knew. That was the worst because number one, I didn't see it. I didn't see it coming at first when I found out how sick he was. And then to go to that hospital that Sunday and them doctors telling you your daddy is dying. That is like a punch to the gut. Because I knew how much my dad wanted to be here, see my daughter grow, be a grandfather, and this and that. He had been clean. He had been clean for the last 14 years. And but for this to happen, it was just crazy. So, Nick, what are your thoughts on the whole situation? I mean, I applaud Naomi Osaka for being that vulnerable to talk about her mental health and be open, and I hope she finds the help she needs to go ahead, because obviously the tennis game misses her, but her mental health comes first. And I hope this is a message to other sports that we've dealt with Kevin Love, we've dealt with it with NFL players, dealt with CTE and all types of other issues, that this is no joke. And we got to figure out some way to make sure that these athletes are taken care of, not just physically, but mentally.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing I can say for her is, congratulations for, for you to realize that you had this issue and really addressed it and be like, I don't care what's going on. I need to take care of this first in order for me to be successful.
Right.
That's the main thing. Especially considering, how it is in the Black community when it comes to mental health issues. It kind of gets brushed under the rug.
Yeah.
So for her to come forward like that, that takes a lot of guts from her. Now, from the tennis world aspect, I would have done every single thing possible in the world to make sure that whatever issues that my star player has, are addressed. So, look, as long as if your star player and your breadwinner is good, you're gonna be good. So off of that aspect alone, I would be like, if she would have told me something like that, I'd be like, okay, look, this is what we gonna do. Let's, like you said, let's get to some type of negotiations, to make sure that everybody is okay in this situation. Because from her aspect, it may it's a good look because it makes it seem like the tennis world actually cares about how you feeling instead of them just basically just letting it happen. And excuse me, I really believe that every person, not even just athletes, everybody's job has something. I know, especially in our job, we have time that we can take off in order to help deal with like stress and stuff like that.
Right.
And athletes should have that same that same right. And it's crazy, it's no matter what the timing is, and I'm very happy that she has actually a good support around her. And from her aspect, she did pretty much blow up overnight. People knew about her, but then when she won that first tournament, it was like she became a superstar in literally hours.
Right.
So, especially for somebody that's not used to being in the spotlight like that, for you to pretty much be the spotlight is crazy. Especially, considering all the stuff you had to deal with over the past couple of years. So,
yeah, I'm looking in the message board. Boy, SoCal King says, I'm literally going through the same thing right now. I'm at my lowest point as we speak, and it's been a month since my grandma passed. I was her caregiver for 6 years, and it was very real and needs to be respected, not looked down upon. And you just don't know what a person's going through. Like, I mean, like you said, we did not know, and I see my uncle Kevin says, I think she needs to do a Marshawn Lynch press conference. Now, I'm good. So I knew somebody was going to bring this up. Let me say this about Marshawn Lynch and the whole "I just here so I won't get fined" thing. Mm-hmm. He was playing the media.
Yeah.
Marshawn Lynch, and I'm not finna say he doesn't deal with any anxiety or mental issues, because that would just be rude and out of pocket.
He just legitimately did not like dealing with the media.
He didn't.
And, unfortunately, for him, he had no choice because he was the face of their team. So, before they really pushed Russell Wilson into the spotlight like that, it was pretty much him and Richard Sherman was at all the interviews.
Right.
And, after a while, like I said, if you're not used to all that it gets on your nerves. Like, hold on. Like, I like being how I was beforehand. So that's a lot to deal with. Fame can be very, very stressful.
So I'm looking at the scores right now. Brooklyn is up 11. Denver is up 10. Lakers will tip off in about 15 minutes. Ben ready, man. I ain't got your thoughts on these two issues. Let me get your first thoughts on the whole thing with the fans. The whole fan thing, man. Why do you think? What would be your resolution to this whole fan issue?
Shut it down.
Go right back to
shut it down.
Shut it down for like a week, so they can be like, yeah.
Shut it down till everybody open back up again. We can't risk people spitting on the players when we're in the pandemic.
Right.
That's happening. It's going to keep happening. All that happened in one night, and it probably happened one afternoon. Like, oh, they did that, so it's going to keep happening. And shut it down. Shut it down, and let's open it back up when everything else open up and it's back to normal.
What's your thoughts on the situation with Naomi Osaka? We was talking about the whole that she's battling depression. She's 23. She's a superstar. She's the fake. She's now pretty much. She's the new Serena. Obviously, Serena's still there, but she's now going to be that one. She's going to be the next. The torch has basically been, and she kind of took it from Serena. Let me be honest. The fact that she went head up with Serena Pauls in the last turn, I think it was Wimbledon. She basically went and won in the first round.
Yeah,
have and the fact that people who are not the average tennis fan were sitting there watching on a Wednesday night at 8:00
and was like, "Who is this?"
Like, whoa, this girl. She did something special. So how do you think how the whole situation, how she handled it, how the tournament handled it?
I think she handled it properly. If you're a real fan of tennis, you're not going to be watching tennis because they didn't support her.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You don't, like Nick said, you don't let your prized possession feel last place. But now there's another side. Now, did she bring this up prior?
No.
You know what I'm saying? So that's something too. Like, okay, well, if there's an issue, last time and there wasn't no mental health issues or whatever you're going through, or what's the stress and whatever she's going through, depression. Mm-hmm. It should have been said, and then we can handle it like that. Now it's so many ways, because even with that, now that's something that in the game or politics, her team and staff don't want that to get out, that she's going through that. So it's so many ways, man. It's just, I think she handled it the most professional way. Okay, y'all gonna find me? Well, you take that money and go put it somewhere.
She wanted to be a poor towards mental health awareness.
And also that money you're gonna lose from them ratings dropping, because people are coming. Because let's be real, other sports ratings go up when it's a person of color that's winning.
Right.
It may not you may just watch one game. That's a lot of more black people watching that sport. Because let's be real. We watch Serena and Venus. But now we have somebody else. We gonna watch it at least once or twice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they are going to fill those sales and that dip. And let's not forget, because she's mixed with two.
She's Japanese and Haitian.
Yeah. Right. So there you go. So
you're missing that international money as well as you.
Yeah. But I think she handled it. They kicking themselves in the butt right now.
And the bad part was they were asked about it today. They were asked about it and they didn't take questions.
Ooh.
They could have just pretty much addressed it like right there. Like, this is the stuff she was talking about. I mean, like you said, like, and my boy Circle said, that's like the Lakers not supporting LeBron. I mean, you know, and when you got a star, like if the NBA, LeBron said, you know, I need some time off because I've been dealing with some personal issues, and Adam Silver don't come out and say anything about it. You know how bad that looks?
Yeah, that's a horrible look.
If the NFL, if Brady, obviously everyone can bring up Spygate, but Tom Brady's the face of the NFL. Let's just be real.
Mm-hmm.
If that, or Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. If one of these 5-star quarterbacks don't have an issue and the NFL doesn't speak out on it, they look dense, and that's exactly how the French Open looks right now. Because this could have been all solved behind closed doors. They would just when she came out with that initial statement that she wasn't speaking to the media, and she wanted all her fine money to go to mental health. They could have just went out and talked like, okay, let's handle this. Now, let's handle this behind closed doors, and let's get you here because we need. Like I said, Naomi Osaka doesn't need the French Open. The French Open needs Naomi Osaka.
Yeah,
she's good for a 23-year-old. She's good right now. She don't need this. She can go be in school or be with anything a normal 20-year-old her age be trying to do with her life. She just happened to be a prodigy,
mm-hmm.
and she got the stamp of approval from the GOAT. So, like I said, Uncle Kevin said that spitting on somebody is an assault.
It is,
and that's the thing. I'm really trying to figure out why we haven't heard these guys' names.
Lock them up.
MSG now, and then they didn't solve it because now the Knicks are going to get bumped out of the playoffs tomorrow. They said they will only let vaccinated fans in the next round. Well, that really doesn't help because y'all finna be done now.
They knew what they were saying.
I mean, by the way, Denver's
Are you kidding me?
Denver's up 18 right now in Portland.
Yeah, they're trying to get them out of here.
Yeah. So
what game is this?
This game. Well, right now with Brooklyn and the Celtics is game 5.
No,
that's game 5 too.
Yeah, so I think it's 2-2 right now.
Every series is 2-2 except for Utah and Memphis. They're 3-1.
And this one.
And then in the East, Milwaukee was the only team to sweep.
Yeah.
And every other series is 3-1.
Milwaukee sweep Bucks.
They swept. Yeah, Milwaukee swept Miami.
Not the Bucks, Miami.
Yeah, they swept Miami. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Mr. Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Let me. What we gonna talk about now? Let's get into a little. I brought the story up with Mark. I wish Mark was here. I know he'll probably be here in a while, but we'll watch it here because I know he's a Braves fan. We'll talk about it. But let's talk. I want to talk a couple things. One fight game. We've been talking about this whole the Paul fascination with Jake and Logan Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know Logan Paul is fighting Floyd Mayweather Sunday night. By the way, when the heck? How crazy is this? A boxing match.
Wait. That's why I'm like, wait, you just said Sunday?
Yes. A pay-per-view on Showtime is going to be on Sunday. A boxing pay-per-view is going to be on Sunday.
Yeah, that's out. But this game is over.
Yeah, now they're cooking. Okay,
that's game. Yeah, game over.
Yeah, the rally towels are out.
Yeah, it's already over.
1, 2, 3 Cancun for the Celtics.
Yeah.
By the way, we'll talk about that'll be a future segment. Spoiler alert. But Jake Paul, he's back at it again. He's been barred from ringside for his brother's fight against Floyd. But it was announced today that he's going to fight former UFC champion Tyron Woodley in a 190-pound boxing match.
It's going to be a boxing match?
Yes. Let me say this. I don't know the fascination with these dudes are, but they're really putting a spotlight on boxing that it hasn't had in a very long time. Unfortunately, it's for the wrong reasons because Jake Paul has not fought a legitimate boxer in any of these fights. He's fought Nate Robinson. He's fought this former. And now he's fought the other MMA guy. That was Ben Askren. Him.
But he's not. But the dude that he wasn't a boxer.
He was a wrestler, right?
Yeah.
And now he's going to fight Tyron Woodley.
He's a striker, but he's not a boxer either. So, they're going about it very smart. He's definitely fighting people that he has because he knows how to box.
Right.
Well, basic boxing. He does enough boxing to beat these dudes that he's going up against. That's pretty much it. He's picking people smartly because the Nate Robinson one, obviously he knocked him out. That was the right there to shoot everything on up. Then the next fight he goes against somebody that's better than him, and now he goes against somebody that's better than him. But they're still at the end of the day they're still not boxers.
This is crazy because now this fight's going to take place I think next month. I think, and It's gonna be on Showtime. But man, why? I mean, I heard Stephen A. bring it up today on his show, on his ESPN Plus show, saying that this dude need to fight some boxers. Now I give Logan Paul credit that he's fighting Floyd. Now I think you're going to get knocked out basically, or you're going to get TKO'd, or he's going to get TKO'd. He's not going to fight. No, he's not going to be. It's not. There's going to be more like Floyd versus McGregor.
Ain't he bigger than Floyd? Pause.
Yeah, he's
way bigger.
Yeah, he's
Pause.
definitely taller.
Like he could just flurry him to death. Like they two different weight classes.
Yeah, there's no catch weight or anything. He's letting Floyd. This is why this is an exhibition fight, because there's no weight requirement. This is basically going to be fighting at a catch weight, pretty much.
Yeah, and I think Paul, he's like 6'3" or something
Yeah,
like that.
Logan Paul's definitely taller. Floyd's barely like 5'9", probably.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because both of them are taller than me, and I'm like, I'm for sure taller than Floyd.
And Logan Paul's he's like 6'3".
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they already got the height advantage right there. I don't know. I mean, Floyd's still gonna win. It doesn't matter because it's an exhibition match. But this is the best and worst thing for boxing, because it's keeping boxing name mention,
Right.
but it's not really helping boxing because they haven't fought no actual boxers. So, and I think they're never going to fight no boxers. The only boxer they're going to probably fight is probably a retired boxer. And I don't think they're going to do that.
Well, I heard today, I was listening to Rich Eisen's show today. Meta World Peace said he's agreed. He tweeted out that he's going to be in one of these celebrity boxing matches too. He didn't say who his opponent was going to be though. So I think because Lamar Odom's supposed to fight Aaron Carter.
Hold on.
Aaron Carter.
The former pop star.
What you call it?
The boy Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys, his little
his
brother.
little brother, little crackhead. Yeah,
him. Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom's they're doing a celebrity boxing match. Yes. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Lamar Odom. I don't know what Lamar Odom's financial statement is right now.
Battle of the Rock.
But man, this has to be a money. This has to be a money grab. Pause.
Huh?
It has to be a money grab for Lamar to do this. I mean, come on, fam. By the way, James Harden is now a 30-point triple-double.
Yeah, this is over.
This is over. They're getting ready for Milwaukee. By the way, how we feeling about this early? Milwaukee and Brooklyn.
I've said me and B had this talk the other day. I was like, the only team I could see Milwaukee can most definitely give them an issue, but the team that I know that I'll most definitely put my money on would be Philly, only because I understand there's still Durant, there's Kyrie, there's James Harden, but when you start looking at the matchups that you could do defensively, you could put somebody like you could put Tobias Harris on either on either James Harden or Kevin Durant, and then have Ben Simmons do the same thing. You could have one of your guards just guard Kyrie, the best he can.
My boy SoCal said that Lamar talked about him fighting Aaron Carter on All the Smoke, so I have to look that up. Let's get into some NFL, because obviously today we are officially 100 days from the kickoff of the NFL season, which will kick off in Tampa with the Super Bowl champion Buccaneers against the Dallas Cowboys on that Thursday night kickoff. A full house in Raymond James Stadium. But there's a name that's been in the news all week. And now, even on the weekend, it seems like he's in the news more, and that's Julio Jones. It sounds like Julio Jones could be on the move soon. Now that it's June 1st.
Yeah.
And the salary cap hits are going to be lesser financially for teams. You've heard the Rams are a team that could be interested. We've heard the 49ers.
The Rams, who would they have to trade?
They would probably have to trade either Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp in a second, or maybe Van Jefferson.
Well, both of them, or either one.
One. I don't think they're getting both, because obviously
I'd get who's younger?
Kupp is younger, but who's younger than Julio, or who's younger between Woods and Kupp?
No, man, that's horrible. I think I know Kupp is younger than Robert.
Yeah, because Cooper Kupp is in his fifth year, I think. And I think Robert Woods is 8th or 9th year.
Yeah, get Robert up out of here.
And there's now talk that the Seattle Seahawks have had discussions with the Atlanta Falcons about a possible Julio Jones trade. And now it's being reported that Julio Jones has had conversations with Russell Wilson about possibly coming to Seattle.
Bruh, if Seattle don't go ahead and figure out a way to get Julio Jones over there
With DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett,
they might have to get one of them up.
well, if they have to, I'm assuming it'll probably be Lockett. I don't think they're giving up DK Metcalf.
I don't think they are either.
Because DK Metcalf is still on a rookie deal, but if they're giving them Lockett because he just got the contract.
Even though Lockett's a show better.
Hold up! Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Back from his assignment, ladies and gentlemen. We have a guest in the building. We ain't a guest, but he's back in the building. He'll be coming on the camera momentarily. Ladies and gentlemen, the man himself is finally back. We can finally celebrate. Go ahead and clean up. Clean that. We can finally start the celebration. But we have a guest, and I'll say not a guest, but now we have a guest who's Bizak, as Scarface would say. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark is in the building.
Shout out District X.
District X represent. Welcome back. Now that you're here, we can officially toast to us making 50 episodes last week. Yes. Mm-hmm. All right. Mark, you here. I know you probably heard most of the show, but let's just because we want to get your thoughts on the two topics that we really had a heavy discussion on. First off, the fan thing. We talked about the situation in Boston. Obviously, we know now the kid in Boston named is Cole Buckley that was charged with assault for throwing the bottle at Kyrie. Obviously, the whole situation in MSG with the fans spitting on Trae Young, the situation throwing the popcorn at Russ, the fan running out on the court in DC last night. You had Jazz fans saying racial things to John Morant's parents. By the way, shout out to the owner of the Jazz, Ryan Smith, the new owner. John Morant's father said that he basically he got them a car, hotel, and accommodations for their trip to Utah.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's unfortunate that a lot of fans are doing that, man. They feel entitled. I know that they bought tickets, but even the person at the Knicks games that spit on Trae Young,
right?
You paid $5,000 to spit on somebody. It shows you money can't buy class.
You got knocked out
all the time.
Different show, man. Yeah, different show.
So this is the report. So Jazz owner Ryan Smith has provided Game 5 tickets, lodging, and car service to John Morant's family. John Morant's dad, told ESPN they banned 3 fans for racist or vulgar comments directed at John Morant's parents when they was there for Game 2. So this is the team owner making good on basically his fans being total idiots, or not even not fans, just idiots in the state of Utah, giving the Jazz fan base a horrible name. And obviously the Jazz fan base has always had a reputation for things of this nature. We've seen the incidents with Russ lately, just period.
I mean, it is Utah.
Yeah, Utah doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Shout out to our Utah listeners, though. Nothing against y'all.
Yeah, nah. Shout out to not yeah.
The good listeners.
Nothing against Utah.
And then the Boston one. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
It has nothing to do with it, but I mean, I haven't heard nobody mention that Kyrie kind of antagonized it a little bit.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that because Kevin Garnett spoke on it. Big Baby Davis has spoke on it. And since Mark brought it up, we're going to talk about it. So Kyrie, the reason a lot of people believe that this kid, Cole Buckley, and I'm going to keep saying his name because it's public, has threw the bottle at Kyrie because there's video of Kyrie walking onto the court and kind of smearing his shoe into the Celtics logo.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, we've heard from Kevin Garnett, we've heard from Glenn Big Baby Davis. They thought that what Kyrie did was disrespectful. Some people thought, and then but the media, everyone in the media loves Kyrie. So, and look, I'm not gonna say what he did justified. What he did justifies getting something thrown on.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing Boston, they were going to use this as the reason why they did it. And Brooklyn is on their way to a date with the Milwaukee Bucks.
It doesn't justify it. It doesn't make it right. But I also feel like Kyrie do things that doesn't need to be done. Like him going to do that, that doesn't need to be done. You know why you did it. He did it for a reason. And anybody I think who's played sports at any kind of high level know that people take that serious, especially if your team is good. You can't just go in the middle of the field and stump on team's logo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, yeah. Like your old boy from well, who did that? Was that Devin Bush did that?
When?
In college.
Oh yeah.
That was Devin Bush that did that.
Yeah, but I mean it doesn't warrant a bottle being thrown at him. But what Kyrie did was unnecessary.
So now let's get to the whole situation now with we was talking about Naomi Osaka. We talked about it. Obviously, she came out and admitted that she's been battling depression, anxiety. She didn't want to speak to the media. She was fined $15,000. She's withdrew from the French Open. And now, obviously, she's the draw. And obviously now their ratings are gonna take a hit. Ticket sales probably are. I mean, the ticket sales, I don't think they're gonna be able to get refunds at the French Open, so
I'll just go ahead and go.
Just gonna go now and look at this guy. Yeah, karma is something. Ain't it, Danny Ainge? But
Clown.
what were your thoughts on the whole Naomi Osaka situation? Just her, we talked about, we pre-applaud her for being vulnerable, opening up about her mental health and her depression, but I felt like this situation could have been handled so differently if they would have just talked. They all could have just talked behind closed doors.
I'm proud that she did that, man.
Me too.
I'm all for athletes taking everything into their hands. You don't you don't have to just do things because somebody say, especially when you're the attraction,
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's coming to see you. You don't have to just bow to all the rules. You can create some of your own rules.
Yeah, LeBron do it all the time.
And I wonder if I had to speak to the president of Roland Garros right now,
Of who?
the French Open,
Oh,
would they have? Would they have talked to her about the whole situation? What's that? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I
seen it. No, so crazy. Chris Paul was on TV. That's crazy. But I think obviously, like I said, I was happy. I was so happy she spoke about the whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope, like I said, I want to see her back on the field, but I want her to get her mental health. She's 23. She has her whole life to play tennis, barring any major catastrophic injuries.
Mm-hmm.
But she has her whole life to play tennis. She's the draw. Like I said before you stepped into the booth, Mark, that the French Open needs Naomi Osaka. Naomi Osaka don't need the French Open.
That's true.
She's good. She's got endorsements from Nike and any other. And I'm not even trying to get into the woman's purse, but she's good financially. She's been an advocate for social justice. She's been a voice for the voiceless. And she's now becoming the next big star when it comes to tennis because obviously she's gotten the stamp from Serena and Venus. Venus just basically told him, I would have been like, I'm better than anybody who's going to write a story about me, so I wasn't even worried about him.
Mm-hmm.
Serena said she was here. She just want to give her a hug and just tell I'm here for you. I know what you're going through. But I like how Venus just straightly trolled the entire French media. Told them, yeah. I won't worry about what they're saying because whoever's writing the story and whoever's asking me the question, there will never be me in tennis, and I'm better than them. Period. By the way, Portland is now came back and they're down 5 to Denver. Come on, really? So you just walked in. We finna go and get into this NFL topic, and then we've been talking about Julio.
Mm-hmm.
So Julio Jones. Now we talked about it. The Rams have been a team that could be interested in him. We talked last week about the Patriots. We talked the Ravens. We talked Tennessee. But now you're hearing the Seattle Seahawks have made interest and calls about him. Julio's had conversations with Russell Wilson about this possibility of him, Russ, and DK Metcalf.
That'd be crazy.
Obviously, now everyone says the Falcons want a first round pick, but everything you're hearing, they're not getting that. You're not,
No.
and we said it last week. There's no way you're getting a first round pick for a 32-year-old wide receiver because you brought it up as well when you thought about it. Like, what did y'all give up to get AB? Like a third?
Like a second or a third, something like that. And it was a third.
Yeah,
And on top of that, he hasn't been healthy the last few years.
Yeah,
he only played 9 games last year.
Mhm.
yeah. That's all the way out.
And can't score touchdowns.
Ooh, at all.
That's the one thing that really confuses me with him. As great as a receiver he's been, and that's why I've always had D Hop the number 1 receiver in the league. He does not get, for a guy his size, he should have more red zone production.
I agree, and it's on 2 people. Him and Matt Ryan.
I do think that if he was to go to Seattle, you'll see that production. Yeah.
I guarantee if that happens, Russell Wilson won't be asking for a trade no more.
Yeah, because if he put up touchdowns like how AJ Green put up touchdowns,
Did he ask for a trade?
who?
Russell Wilson.
Well, we know that he's passive aggressively.
So no. Okay.
Yeah,
So
unofficially.
Right.
So now let's talk a little more NFL, and obviously more glad you're here because we're gonna talk about.
LeBron James.
Well, yeah. This dude better. This dude. Sometimes this dude's finna.
Hmm?
Some
What?
tell me. No, some tells me this guy's finna come out have a great game.
Who, LeBron?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
We're 100 days to kickoff, and CBS Sports has released their top 100 players, gentlemen.
Oh no,
Yes.
not already.
Yes. Pete Prisco from CBS Sports
From
released
Frisco.
Crisco.
Prisco with a P.
Oh.
Pause.
Oh.
So he has released his top 100 players, and we're gonna go over the top 10, and I'm gonna also go over the quarterbacks. But obviously, this is different from the NFL Network. You know, the NFL Network does theirs every year, but and they'll be giving theirs out soon. But let me give you who they have as the top 10 players.
If Aaron Donald isn't in the top 3, then the list is irrelevant.
Well, it's not a relevant thing.
Oh, there we go. Go ahead.
All right, number 10 was Mark's quarterback, Josh Allen.
Huh?
Number 10.
Number 10.
Wow.
This is according to Pete Prisco from CBS Sports.
Wow.
Number 9.
That's high.
This is interesting. Myles Garrett.
Huh?
I didn't read the article. I'm going off what I see on the Instagram post. I sent the article to you guys in our group chat. Check it out after the show.
Myles Garrett ain't no joke. I don't know about number 9.
Number 8, Russell Wilson. Number 7, Devontae Adams.
No. Go ahead.
Number 6, TJ Watt.
No.
Number 5, Travis Kelce. Number 4, Tom Brady.
He ain't better than-
Yes, yes. Number 4, Tom Brady.
He ain't the best tight end in football.
Says I beg to differ. I beg to differ. He's not better. He's better than George Kittle. No disrespect. Number 3 is Aaron Rodgers.
That's crazy.
Number 2 is Aaron Donald. Number 1, Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
I like Devontae Adams. You're not better than DeAndre Hopkins. I'm sorry.
Nah.
This is the top 100. This is according to CBS Sports' top 100 players. So that was their top 10.
That's Peter Frisco.
Yeah, Pete Prisco from CBS Sports, and
Yeah, he's gonna call him out names.
all right, yep.
Oh, I can't wait to call out names.
Oh boy,
Man.
And then he had the quarterbacks. He listed the quarterbacks. So we already gave you who in the top. We have 5 quarterbacks in the top 10. So he's the rest of the quarterbacks that made his top 100. Deshaun Watson is number 23,
Mm-hmm.
and this is his overall ranking.
Wait.
He has Deshaun Watson as the 23rd best player. He's the 5th best quarterback.
Wait,
All right.
they got Josh Allen better than Deshaun Watson?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's crazy. All right, go ahead.
Lamar Jackson 29. So the top 7 quarterbacks: Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, Josh Allen, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson. So 7 quarterbacks in the top 30.
Ooh.
The number 8 quarterback,
Hey, Josh.
yes, and Deshaun Watson. Ja-
Nah.
I honestly, and this might be me being biased. I'm not mad at him being better than Lamar Jackson. This is Deshaun Watson I'm tripping on.
He's most definitely a better passer.
Well, he proved that when they played in the playoffs last year. So I think that would give you incentive to him re-ranked higher than Lamar. B, they had your quarterback, Justin Herbert, number 38. Wow. And the Chargers, dang, the Chargers just can't catch a break, huh? Pause.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
Hold on, man.
He had Dak at Dak at 50. Security guard.
All right.
Pause.
All right.
Well, I forgot Jay-Z doesn't work for Barclays. He's not an owner of the Nets no more. So
Yeah,
I forgot it was in Josiah. Good job, Mr. Josiah. Dak 50.
Nah, I don't know.
Matt Ryan 83. Matt Stafford 88.
I think he's better than Matt Ryan.
He really is.
Who, Matthew Stafford?
Yeah.
He is better than Matt Ryan.
Kirk Cousins 93. Kyler Murray 94.
Whoa. Hold on. Now, I'm not even a Kyler Murray fan. There's no way in the world I'm going to say that Kirk Cousins is better than Kyler Murray. No. That's insane.
And 95, Joe Burrow. So he had 14 quarterbacks in his top 100 players. By the way, y'all want to hear the guys who were honorable mention that didn't make the list? 5 who didn't make the list?
I don't even want to hear it.
That didn't make the top 100?
Yeah, these 5 guys did not make the top 100.
Mhm.
Baker Mayfield.
Understandable.
Obviously, this one I'm biased, but obviously he didn't play last year. Von Miller. We got some breaking news? What's the breaking news? Ben ready.
Garrett Jimmy Decker.
Who?
Garrett Jimmy Decker. Y'all know who that is?
Garrett. Say his name again.
Garrett Jimmy Decker.
No.
Who's that?
He's the Celtic fan.
Oh, that was this the one that assaulted the cop?
No, the one that got kicked out. He started a GoFundMe account.
Are you kidding me?
And people are calling him a national hero on there. It said, this guy's a national hero. Please donate and show him love.
A national hero for what?
For throwing a water bottle?
Yo.
Boston, man. Look,
I guess.
by the way, there's nothing good that came out of Boston besides Larry Bird and New Edition.
And Larry Bird not even from Boston.
Sadly, that's true. He's from Indiana.
What about the baked beans?
Nasty.
Nah. Well, but
Clam chowder's good.
I'll take it back. Marvin Hagler, rest in peace. He's from Boston.
Oh, yeah.
Here's another name that didn't make the list.
Oh,
James Bradbury. John Johnson. Mekhi Becton. They did not make the top 100 on Pete Prisco's list.
Who's James Bradbury?
He's the cornerback. He's played with Carolina. I think he was with the Giants last year.
Oh, yeah. I know he is now.
But
I don't even want to know where the hell Derek Carr is. He probably not even on the list.
well, check the list. It's on CBSSports.com if y'all want to see the whole list.
Well, he's not in the top 100.
But those are the.
I think he's better than that quarterback from Minnesota too.
Yeah, he is.
He's most definitely is.
Mark, I'm glad you made it in to the studio because obviously we're going to talk about the story because obviously you are a Braves fan. This situation with Marcell Ozuna.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And obviously Marcell Ozuna. By the way, how old is I seen this? Is he 30?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's mean. But anyway, Marcell Ozuna, the DH for the Atlanta Braves, was arrested over the weekend and charged with domestic violence after he threatened to kill his wife for allegedly having an affair. He's been ordered, shout out to my homegirl Quinn, that he's been ordered to stay away from his wife. This look, and he's going to be suspended. Probably, he's definitely going to be suspended under the whole MLB domestic violence policy. It's just a matter of when.
Dude's an idiot.
Mark, this is your guy from the Braves. How I had to show that. Your reaction when you saw the story?
This is a family friendly show, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say that was one of the dumbest things I've seen.
I'll let you discuss. We'll discuss that on the next episode. No rules. Yeah, but
Yeah.
You said he a DH?
yes.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
Where the bomb at, man?
Drop a bomb on that one. Oh, I'm wondering why doesn't the Suns have a naming right deal for this? The Suns, the arena's called the Phoenix Suns Arena. Remember, it used to be American West.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I guess nobody nobody paying him no more.
I mean, God. I mean,
You gotta unlock it.
by the way,
Oh yeah, like on 2K.
wow. By the way, Staples Center has been. They signed. They re-upped the naming rights deal for 20 more years.
Oh yeah, they ain't going nowhere.
No Anthony Davis. Yeah.
I don't know what he been doing. He don't
Man, you better look. You gotta get it right. I mean, luckily, he's only a grade 1 strain, so he's only gonna be out maybe 7 to 10 days. If he
see, that's his problem right there. You see, he was over there at the 3-point line. He needs to be over there by the paint.
By the way, check out Anthony Davis's T-shirt.
I think we should look into
I got the mask on.
the Phoenix Suns being racist, but that's a whole different show.
Oh, well, yeah, their owner's a cheapskate. By the way,
It is Arizona.
So yeah, I wanted to talk about that. But on the bright side, you do have a guy
sure
who's
is
on the
dope.
front, who's the front runner for the MVP, and Ronald Acuna. So but what Marcelo Zuna did was just stupid.
Yeah, he deserved to not be playing baseball.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
You can't do that, man.
That was dumb.
I mean, if your wife cheated on you, handle. I mean, just handle it like an adult. Don't say I'm gonna kill you. What the heck? What's wrong with you, fam? But let's move on to the NBA. As we're
I'm refrain from speaking on that too much because I'm gonna start cussing.
exactly. So yeah,
I
so
don't like that.
I don't know. I'm not saying. So my Uncle Kevin said, I'm not saying I condone dude for threatening his wife for an affair, but he understands. I'm like, wow. Well, our boy SoCal says Julio to be a Seahawk or a Charger.
I said Seahawks in the group chat.
Yeah.
He ain't going to the Chargers.
Unless they're giving up Keenan Allen, I don't think that's gonna happen.
They better off keeping Keenan Allen.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to my boy Ann in the house. Let's talk some NBA. Because now as we're getting ready to playoffs, the Brooklyn Nets have officially advanced to the semifinals. They'll face the Milwaukee Bucks.
Cancun.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Jason Tatum for not letting them get swept.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
for
you
real.
was right, and I was wrong.
I just said, yeah, and shout out everyone who said it because I just didn't think he was gonna let that happen. He didn't have a 50 burger that I thought. By the way, Markieff Morris is starting for Anthony Davis. And by the way, Andre Drummond, you're on calling out names too. Make that
KCP.
He's already almost out of bounds.
Kid can't play.
Yep. Money.
Keith, make that, Keith. There we go. Start. By the way, let me ask you this. I know I'm an old school guy, so
He's done for the game.
I'll probably, but at least you started off right.
Yeah.
But my question is like the whole uniform thing. Like I'm still trying to get adjusted to seeing the Lakers wear the gold on the road.
I hate that.
I don't like that
I'm
either.
old school. I like gold. I like home uniforms to be home uniforms. Road uniforms to be road uniforms. They're good.
I mean, it doesn't matter, but like it's certain, like for example, like I don't even like the Lakers, but there's something about that gold and home is different.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
It's like
That's
it's like
what
iconic.
That's why I don't understand. And I know this is part of the new deal with Nike.
That's whack. Who
So-
cares?
Nike is the one who's pushing this. Oh, there's no identifications for home or away uniforms. I mean, the gold is for Staples Center. It's for the Forum.
Yeah,
the Forum
that's for the
Blues.
fans.
I mean, so let's talk playoffs. Now that we have Brooklyn and Milwaukee in the second round, we are going to wait to see what happens with tomorrow. We have the other two Eastern games. It's LeBron just committed a turnover. With
The first of 10.
with Sixers, Wizards, and Joel Embiid is doubtful right now with knee soreness.
I wouldn't even let him play right now.
And then the Knicks and the Hawks at MSG, and I think Trae Young's going to go for like 40 tomorrow. Just a good job, Drummond.
He can go for 15. They'll still win.
Well, yeah,
The way
Yeah.
Julius Randle is playing.
boy. He's really
Who?
cost Julius
Yeah,
Randle.
exactly.
Costing himself.
Who?
Exactly.
Well, yeah, he must not be. He must still be. Must went back home to Dallas.
Must he ain't on Kentucky still.
They
Oh, what defense was that? You can't be scared. You got to shoot that.
gonna need Schroeder to have a good game. I'm shocked they didn't
I
start.
gotta ask you a question too, John.
What's up, bro?
Since we looking at the Laker game and you a Laker fan,
Yeah.
would you re-sign Schroeder?
Not for the money he wants.
If he turned down $20 million from Pelinka earlier.
He should have said
If-
that.
If I need to see how he plays the rest of this postseason to determine if I want to keep him and how much he's worth. If I offered you $20 million and you said no, you're thinking you're going to get like 25 to 30 on the open market. Good rebound. By the way, why is Andre Drummond like? Sometimes I be wondering, man, can he catch? But good job.
Can he what?
Sometimes like for a dude that's 7 foot, he seems like very. What was that?
Him giving up a rebound to Miles Bridges. I mean,
Mikhail
Bridges.
I mean, but
I don't want to say the other Bridges because he can actually jump.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not gonna go there. But back on the Western Conference, look at the Western Conference playoffs. All the series, with the exception of the Jazz and Utah, the Jazz and the Grizzlies, are tied at 2. So, how we liking what we've seen so far in the first round? We've seen these series seem like might go. Some of these series might go 7 games. We're definitely going minimum 6. Okay, Keith, you're gonna need you to stay at the 3 line or just shoot layups.
Told you.
But this has been a very competitive. This has been a very competitive postseason. I can't even predict what I'm seeing now because there's been so much. It's been so much.
There's one series I can predict.
Which is
Dallas not winning another game.
wow.
Sorry, Ben.
I believe when I see it. I believe that when I see it.
So
What am I doing on TV?
Anthony Anderson?
I'm saying, what I'm doing on TV?
Wow.
But the playoffs been pretty good. I like this Lakers and Phoenix series. I wish both of them was healthy.
Yeah. That would have been a way better series if they both was healthy.
I saw that Diamond the Shields. That's the Diamond the Shields' daughter.
I also wish that Luka was healthy, and I wish Dallas had the same option.
They do.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Yeah, his name's Tim Hardaway.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They don't have a second option. It was supposed to be another person, but he hasn't showed up. He definitely hasn't showed up in the playoffs.
You haven't showed up in the season either.
Who, Porzingis? Yeah. Well, you can keep this game playing.
No, you can't.
Nah, this game is crazy.
I got something to discuss with y'all off air too. I'm not about to say it on air. We will get fired.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
so are we gonna start? Let's start. So we stand. Do we stand by our predictions? How we've had them so far? I mean, you do we have, are we making any changes to how it's going in the first round? I'm still going to stick with with Dallas over the Clippers because I just think
Both of y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still gonna pick with Dallas over the Clippers. I might be wrong as 2 left shoes, but I'm gonna stick with it.
No.
I'll go down with the ship. I'll go down with the ship captain.
I guess we both going to be having 2 left shoes on.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna. But man, because I need to see usually we say that usually the road team that wins first usually, but no home team is one. So I need to see what happens tomorrow.
That's what hurt Dallas. That's what lost in the series. Is they didn't win a game at home.
It's crazy. All they had to do was win one, and Kawhi is playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah. And Paul George is playing well.
Well, he was on Complex the other day. He had to show his sneaker closet. It was crazy.
Who, Paul George?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to bring up another topic.
You only wear like a size 11 shoe.
Well, at J Watts is 0984 PG. If you want to donate at high on mark size 11s. Oh, long as they're not been worn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you ain't wearing any. Obviously, I know you're keeping your Kobe's because obviously that's homage. I respect that because he been wearing Kobe since Fresno State.
No, give me your Kobe's. You can get more.
Good point.
Yeah, for real, huh?
You're right. I mean, he got the plug with Nike. So last we discussed the whole situation with the Timberwolves sale. The Timberwolves have been sold to a group led by Mark Lowry, who was the founder of JetBlue, and Alex Rodriguez.
Mm.
Now there's been some drama.
Huh?
There's some drama
Oh, okay.
with the shareholders and the new owners. So there's some shareholders who have filed a complaint that the new ownership has plans on trying to move them out of Minnesota. And now it's being reported that Alex Rodriguez wants to move the Minnesota Timberwolves to the Seattle, Washington.
Oh, man.
Where Alex Rodriguez spent the first 7 years of his major league career as a member of the Seattle Mariners.
He'll make more money.
The former home of the Seattle Supersonics. Alex Rodriguez is trying to move the Timberwolves back to Seattle, and obviously we all assume that they will get rid of the Timberwolves logo and become the Seattle Supersonics once again.
I think they can make that deal.
I think that's going to happen. They should happen.
I don't see why. Now, these shareholders in Minnesota don't want it to happen, but let me be clear. Y'all really have no control of this situation. Mark Lowry and A-Rod have these billions, and they are going to give, if they want to move these guys to Seattle, Vegas, Houston, Atlanta, wherever, they're going to go ahead and move them.
Yeah.
They'll make more money over there. They'll be able to bring in more free agents.
So I want to start a new segment before we get into calling out names. I call this segment 1, 2, 3 Cancun. So I want to go ahead. We want to send all those teams who've been eliminated from the playoffs on their way to Cancun. So we're going to start with teams who almost made the play-in tournament to the teams who've already been eliminated. So 1, 2, 3 Cancun is this segment where we're going to talk some NBA teams who are now starting their off season. Let's start with the New Orleans Pelicans. They are in Cancun now. And obviously they have Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram. Lonzo Ball is a restricted free agent, but it's being reported that some of the team is getting kind of tired of Stan Van Gundy.
Already?
Yes.
They should.
And
it was a bad hire from the beginning.
And there's been no talks that Stan Van Gundy's going to be fired, but it sounds like that he's being tuned out by his team, by his young players.
He can't connect to him. That's just how it is. His approach is too old school.
Right.
No matter how great you are at something, eventually it gets to a time where either you're going to have to adapt or you're going to have to get ghost.
Next is the Sacramento Kings. Luke Walton, and the talk is they're bringing Luke Walton. They are bringing Luke Walton back as their head coach.
They shouldn't get rid of him.
They've signed De'Aaron Fox to a long-term deal.
Great. Should be on the Lakers.
And obviously, Marvin Bagley has not panned out to be the number 2 pick we thought he was going to be.
Garbage.
What is the future for the Sacramento Kings now?
So without Marvin Bagley,
they need to get help for De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is a baller.
Yeah, he is.
He's a hooper.
He most definitely needs help. They still have Buddy Hield over there.
Yes, they do.
Buddy Hield should be a Laker.
Yeah, he's another person that should have been drafted by the Lakers. But they need more than just them two.
They need more than De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
Let's move over to the East. The Chicago Bulls. First year under Billy Donovan. Zach LaVine had an all-star year.
Devin Booker don't care about the Lakers.
Right now, it's not looking good for the Lakers. They're now 5. And obviously, they're now 15,000 fans in Phoenix, by the way, in the Suns Arena. Oh, he's got that looking. Oh, great. Yeah, by the way, Portland and Denver is tied at 65 when we're on NBA TV in the third quarter.
Ooh, Denver need Murray back bad.
They really do. So I picked Portland to win that series.
Me too.
What is next for the Chicago Bulls? Obviously, you have this young team. They traded for Nikola Vucevic.
which is the reason why I think they will make a run to at the 8th seed next year.
I think they're gonna be hard in the AC.
Yeah, they could be because I think that combination of Vucevic and Levine is going to be very difficult to stop, and it most definitely makes Lauri Markkanen's job a lot easier because now he have to worry about really playing in the paint, which really isn't his game in the first place.
Kobe White's there.
Mm-hmm.
So you now have to. So now, and Billy Donovan is a good coach. I think he knows how to reach the younger players. He
most definitely does.
So he's probably not the coach for a veteran team. Obviously, that's probably why things didn't really work out with him in OKC. Is someone going to shoot the ball?
That was
Why
terrible.
Kuzma didn't shoot it?
Because Kuzma, never mind. Go ahead.
The same reason why he threw that stupid pass on game. Don't get me started, dude.
Yeah, let's not talk about Kuzma.
Let's go back to the West.
The
San Antonio Spurs. They're in Cancun. I think we're waiting to see when is Greg Popovich last year going to be? Is he still have any more? How many years he has left? Obviously, they're in a total rebuild. Sound like DeMar DeRozan is going to be gone, and Cameron Payne just hit a 3. Oh boy,
yes, I think for them, it's unfortunate because, in all actuality, this was the first time that the Spurs, they really shot themselves in the foot with that in that situation with the whole Kawhi thing. Because if you look at them throughout their whole time up over there, you really think about it, they always found the replacement for somebody. That with David Robinson, it was Tim Duncan, and after like Vinny Del Negro and Avery Johnson and all of them were gone. They start finding the Tony Parkers, Ginobili's. They start finding all these type of players.
Steven Jackson was good for him over there.
Exactly, Steve Kerr was good for him up over there. They start finding these other little players that they could basically replace these other players they had. And I remember when Kawhi was drafted around that time. I used to go to work with my dad in San Diego a lot. And that's all they talked about out there was the Chargers and San Diego State. That was it. And so when he got drafted, I told people, I'm like, that's the perfect guy for the Spurs because, he's a hardworking player and I can see him, just filling in right there with Tim Duncan because he's not really a talkative person. Little did I know he was like not that talkative at all. Mm-hmm. Like he wasn't going to talk to nobody. But, he worked hard and he ended up getting to the point where he was at. And, a lot of people forget that the year Kawhi got hurt over there, they had the second best record in the league, and at that, and that was Greg Popovich's best record as a coach. And but it all got foreshadowed because the Warriors won 73 games that year. So your 68 games you won don't even matter.
Crazy.
That's funny. You're right. I didn't even remember that.
Yeah, they were number 2 that year. They had the second best record in the league. The only team that had a better record than them was the Warriors.
Wow, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. So, Kawhi, them not be able to keep Kawhi over there, that messed up a lot of their progression.
And they got overshined by Kobe's farewell tour as well.
Oh, yeah.
Go back to the East. The Charlotte Hornets. They'll have the rookie of the year, LaMelo Ball.
They have a future.
They're bringing back their coach, James Borrego. He's going to be back, although he
should.
And obviously they signed Gordon Hayward. They got Terry Rozier, Miles Bridges.
Do they have a number 1 option?
I mean, is LaMelo going to be the number 1 option?
If LaMelo's going to be the number 1 option, they're not going to go too far.
So they need
a star.
Yeah, or they need a score. Just, even if the person's not a star, there's somebody that scores consistently. If that makes it, I guess that's what Gordon Hayward's supposed to be. But he's not. But that's not enough.
Yeah, Charlotte needs somebody over there that can give them 20, like 25 to 28.
Yeah, if they have somebody over there like that, or if they have somebody to give them about 22, 23, that'll be cool. I don't know if you never know. LaMelo may jump his numbers to that next year, but I think they need somebody else to be their main scorer, not him, in order for them to be successful.
You're right with that. Because I'm about to say, even if he does get at that point to that point,
it's not. They're not going too far.
Because his best asset is not scoring; it's running the team and
exactly.
Yeah,
and then his scoring just falls right on in.
Yeah,
kind of like how Chris Paul game work. You do everything else, then the scoring just works its way on in there.
The next team, the Indiana Pacers. Drama with the coach. They fired Nate McMillan. They bring in Nate Borger in, who's an assistant from Nick Nurse. And obviously, they just get worse. They trade
Hey, what's the karma in that? You got rid of him. He gets hired by another team and brings them into the playoffs.
Yeah, he
And he about to go to the second round.
Yeah, and obviously y'all signed him to that extension, which was stupid, and then y'all gonna fire him, but that's karma.
Nate McMillan he doesn't get, I don't know what it is. He doesn't get Paul. He doesn't get a fair shake as a head coach. Like it seems like
Portland.
Every time it's like a team is getting close, take that next level, they get rid of him. Like he doesn't really get a chance.
This game is behind.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I already know because all them stops.
Yeah.
But he never really gets a chance to really see the teams that he builds really ascend.
Right down 23-15.
Yeah, they got to get going. They got to get going.
LeBron got to get aggressive.
He definitely.
This injury is hurting him more than
He's definitely got to have like a 30-point triple double tonight for us to win.
He might need more than that.
Well, heck, we had 38 when we played Phoenix earlier. We still lost by 10. So we need the other guys to show up. And then obviously, the Pacers, they got Brogdon, they got Sabonis.
They have a good team.
But the question is, with the coaching staff, Nate Boardroom, we know the issues with Greg Foster, the assistant, and some of the players. You got Miles Turner. I
can see Miles Turner with Charlotte next year.
Well, he led the league in block shots. He's all defensive. He's gonna be an all defensive.
Oh yeah, like always. He's a good player. He can shoot and everything. They just got some bonus.
I need some people question his
again, and I like,
Some people question his motor because they wonder, is he really committed to basketball? But he plays like it, but sometimes he does have a little inconsistency. But on defense,
he's not committed to the Pacers.
Right, that could be probably it.
And again, I think the same thing with Indiana. I think they need a scorer. Don't get me wrong, I like Sabonis, but I don't think you're going to win with Sabonis being your leading scorer.
I think that's why they got LeVert over there. But even then, that's not enough.
Nah, you need. I need, like, if I'm Indiana, I would want to score like when they had Oladipo.
Yeah,
like a healthy Oladipo would have been still would have been good for him.
And people forget about that. That was a big loss for Miami too, not having Oladipo in the playoffs. That was a big loss.
Yeah. If he played, they would have won one game.
Yeah, even though they shouldn't, they would have got James Harden. Story.
We're gonna talk about that in a minute.
Yeah. Speaking of calling out names,
so
Pat Riley.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah. So another team who's in Cancun, and obviously if you go by his Instagram with him and his wife, they're definitely vacationing, and that's the Golden State Warriors.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, they lose no Clay to start the season. They draft James Wiseman. He gets hurt. They lose in the play-in tournament to Memphis. And now you're hoping you get Clay back next year, 100% healthy. You hope Wiseman gets 100% healthy. Thank you, Kuzma. Finally, you do something. But what's the future for Golden State? There's talks. We brought it up last week. They want to re-sign Steph to an extension.
He's not going nowhere.
A 4-year extension. He's eligible 4 years and $215 million. Obviously, Clay's going to be in the third year of his contract, and he hasn't played a single game yet under the new deal. But Wiggins is there now.
He hasn't played a game under that new contract yet.
No. He's played 2 years under. He played 2 years. He's been hurt for the first 2 years, and Wesley Matthews looks a little hurt.
Oh yeah, that fall hurt.
I think Clay coming back, a year older Wiseman, and whoever they get in the draft, man. I think
they have Minnesota's pick, by the way.
They have the what?
So they have Minnesota pick for this year.
I believe they have Minnesota's pick this year. Look it up.
So
I guarantee you I think they have Minnesota's pick.
So it's a possibility they can have a top 5 pick again.
No, there's a possibility they had number 1 pick again.
Yeah, because Minnesota sent the first round pick. They sent the first round pick to Golden State in the D'Angelo Russell and Andrew Wiggins trade.
So, wait a second.
Give Anthony Edwards no help.
Oh man. Oh, this Kevin Garnett all over again.
I guarantee you. The deal was Andrew Wiggins, and they in a first rounder from Minnesota to Golden State for D'Angelo Russell.
Boy, I hope that's not the case because Minnesota needs that draft pick very bad. They need it very bad. If they do have that pick, if I was them, I would do what we basically said they should have did this past year. And if they weren't going to draft James Wiseman, then most definitely trade that pick away and get what you can for, especially if it ends up being like if it's a top 3 pick. I don't care. It's out. I don't care who's in the draft. I'm trading that pick because there's some teams out there that most definitely want that pick very bad and will trade you some players for that pick that you're going to need.
Bradley Beal.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I don't know if they go trade.
Got some breaking news.
Not again.
I don't know if they go trade for Bradley.
What's the breaking news? Ben ready?
Tallahassee, Florida.
Tallahassee, Florida.
Governor Ron.
DeSantis.
You seen that?
No, I know who he is though. Go ahead.
Okay. He signed a law, controversial law, sports law, blocking transgender women from playing sports on the first day of Pride Month.
Why would you do that now?
Wait.
Yep.
Wait.
Let me start first. So let me get this straight.
No. The people didn't hear what Ben said. So
Say that one more time.
One more time.
No, John, you have to say it because they can't hear Ben.
The governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, of today, the first day of Pride Month, signed a bill
That's not a foul.
banning transgender athletes to play college sports. Transgender women to play college sports.
Wait. So, look, man, I hope I don't mess this show up behind this statement. No, so
Well, and I know he's talking basically. Yeah, he's
so
talking about sports.
a transgender woman is a man that wants to be a woman, right? A man that's
trans.
that identifies as a woman.
That's
yes.
transitioning to
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so they're saying that
I'm staying away from this topic.
man. I'm over here trying not to mess the show about with this statement.
Me too.
So
Turn the mics off.
please, nah, but so.
Anyway, go ahead. What was you saying?
Yeah.
what was you saying?
Go ahead, Nick.
I just had to get that off my chest. I just couldn't say it on air. Sorry, everybody.
What did Dave Chappelle say? All right. So I'm not gonna go too in detail about this because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna say something that's gonna make the whole situation worse. But the governor, I don't know what you were thinking about giving this out on the first day of Pride Month, but this is a very Florida thing that's going on right now, and I'm not surprised at all.
All right.
And wow,
This is bad timing.
Well, Florida's just not gonna like this show today because we're calling on names. And then now let's also talk another team. Well, the first team who's been eliminated from the postseason. Well, I'm gonna say them for last because obviously we're gonna transition to calling out names with them. The Boston Celtics were just eliminated from the postseason. They're on their way to Cancun. No Jaylen Brown, unfortunately, suffered a wrist injury right before the start of the postseason. Missed the playing tournament. Jason Tatum basically couldn't wield his team by himself. Kemba Walker gets hurt the last 2 games.
Yeah,
he had a bad year this year. Let's just be real. Brad Stevens did not have a good coaching year.
Hasn't Kemba have a bad year with them?
But what's next for the Celtics? Look. Danny Ainge needs to take some criticism.
Get fired.
He's not going to get fired. I know it should be that simple. You've been here now over a decade plus. You've had 2 finals appearances, 1 championship. You can't live off that 08 championship forever.
You can't in Boston.
Yeah, and that's why KG and Big Baby Davis is not going to like calling out names either.
Yeah.
What's next for the Celtics? Obviously, you had the owner want to say, "Oh well, we miss Kyrie and blah 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 blah." I don't want to hear that crap. What is next for them? Obviously, you get Jaylen Brown healthy, you get Jason Tatum stay healthy. Obviously, hopefully, he fully recovers from COVID during the offseason and he can get his breathing will be better because obviously he's still using the inhaler. And then just what do you do with Kemba? That contract looks so bad now. If he's gonna have these knee issues and he's in the third year of this contract, what's next?
It's gonna be well, as far as the Kemba situation, it's gonna be difficult to move him because of the simple fact of the injuries he's had the past couple of years. And the crazy thing was he didn't even have that many injuries over there in Charlotte as he does right now. That's the reason why. Another thing I say that Boston needs to do is Danny Ainge and everybody in Boston needs to make a whole entire 15-minute segment or something of you guys apologizing to Isaiah Thomas. You guys have cursed yourselves with the way y'all treated that man. Y'all did him foul. He did everything that he was supposed to do up to that point until he got hurt. And you guys pretty much said, thank you for everything you did on this cheap contract. I'll holler at you later. Exactly. Still played, won on the playoff game and everything. So, he and even before that, he was a big reason why Boston was good. Because they pretty much ran their future coach. They pretty much ran their entire offense around him scoring.
Speaking of Kyler Murray,
he looked like a little kid.
Well, look at him.
I'm only about 5'2", but
that's cold.
But yeah, it's just I don't know. That's crazy.
Oh, look, Mr. Arizona.
Please.
Oh, I want a champion. I want to win a Super Bowl. I go to Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, you want to win, but you go to a team that's gonna end up being fourth
in their division. So JJ Watt now he's all Phoenix out. Where's your Houston Rockets at, Justin?
Justin James.
And that leads us to the team that's going to open up calling out names. But let's just go ahead and talk about the Miami Heat. The last year are the Eastern Conference champions, who are swept by the Milwaukee Bucks on Saturday. Jimmy Butler, averaged 14 points in this series. Shot under 30% from the field. Not for three. Not from three.
Not yet.
From the field. And it just leads me to say this. I love you, Pat Riley.
Just calling out names now?
But but it's time for you to call out some names. I love Pat Riley. 5-time champ, of course, Hall of Famer, greatest Laker coach ever. The Don. To me, ish.
Okay.
I mean, I know some people might say Phil, but it's Pat Riley.
Okay.
I mean, I think Phil's the greatest coach ever, but by the way, Portland is now leading. We have had that discussion. Get that look off your face. Portland is leading Denver by 5 right now.
Denver's trash. Go ahead.
Oh, man. So, I'm smart. I'll let you start this off since you have Pat Riley on your calling out names.
There was a trade, one particular trade offer.
Yeah.
Where James Harden could have not been with Brooklyn. He could have been with Miami. But Pat Riley didn't want to give up his hero.
Tyler Hero.
Pat Riley. Player. You are most definitely smarter than that. What in the world were you thinking? I understand every great mind is due for a slip every once in a while, but this is bad. You had opportunity to get a future Hall of Famer, guaranteed Hall of Famer, one of the best players in the league,
still in the prime of his career,
still in his prime. This dude is still unguardable. And you would have had him up over there with Jimmy Butler.
And what was the Miami problem? They couldn't score, huh?
Yeah, because Jimmy Butler only averaged 14. He was the leading scorer, only averaging 14 points.
See, this is the problem. As much as we like Bam can't create his own shots.
They didn't get rid of Goran Dragic.
Duncan Robinson can't create his own shot.
Catch and shoot only.
Tyler Hero haven't been good since he made that snarl face in the bubble against the Lakers.
He hasn't. Yep. I would say I haven't heard nothing about him since.
Hello.
Since Jack Harlow.
I say hello.
And so we'll talk about that, but
yeah, that right there. Technical difficulties.
Hold on, folks. We gotta finish this.
Yeah, because
Hold on.
the phone right there. There we go.
There you go. All right, there we go. We back.
All right.
Pat Riley, what were you thinking? You can tell me that you could have had James Harden, but you didn't want to give up Tyler Hero. Now, I said it last when we talked about this trade. I was like, look, if I'm Houston,
We all called him an idiot.
I'm like, I at least ask for Bam, but if you're Houston, I understand why you don't do it. But you're telling me that you didn't want to give up Tyler Hero. You.
So Tyler Hero was a deciding factor between you not having James Harden.
Tyler Hero was the deciding factor in them getting swept.
So that's literally the equivalent of who somebody else just did something. There was another trade that was dumb. They didn't want to give up a certain player for this to happen. Somebody else did a trade that was similar like this. It was stupid. When we were talking about Cleveland, I want to give up JJ Hickson to get so they can get Amari.
Are you kidding me?
This is the equivalent of that.
By the way,
It's worse.
since we're talking
Yeah,
about James,
it's definitely worse. You're right.
Since we're talking about James Harden, Houston, Philly, y'all really didn't give up Ben Simmons for James Harden either.
I mean,
Look, that's not more. That's not on the level of saying Tyler Hero, but man,
Ben Simmons has been good.
he's not been.
defensive player of the year type of good.
Yeah, but we seen what happens when they foul you in the free throw.
Yeah, Luka too.
Yeah. Anyway,
So go ahead.
you got anything else for Pat Riley?
I already said that I had to say about Pat Riley in shows beforehand. Pat Riley, this is most definitely the dumbest thing I've seen you do, and I can't understand what in the world you saw in Tyler Hero for you to even say I don't want James Harden on my team. There's at that point the only person that shouldn't be on the table is Jimmy Butler, and at this point Jimmy Butler's on the table. Pause.
The next person I have is Marcel Ozuna.
Who we just talked about earlier. Go ahead.
It's a few things I just can't condone when it comes to dealing with women. Domestic violence is probably second on that list.
Yeah.
And everybody know I'm a Braves fan, but this is just stupid. It's not no. You can't defend this. It's none of that.
This is beyond being a fan of somebody.
Because when we reported earlier, we just said he threatened her, but he did hit her. So, nah, I'm not with that. You won't call out names for the rest of the year.
And I guarantee you.
Matter of fact, he don't call out names until we stop doing the show.
By the way, and I don't know how he walks back to that clubhouse.
Yeah, David just.
Wow. Good point.
Something about Atlanta.
Man.
Anybody else want to call out names?
Oh yeah. You already know who's on. Kevin Garnett,
Yes.
Glenn Davis, Celtics fans, Celtics organization, Lucky Charms,
Leprechaun.
anything I do with Leprechaun in the Hood. Yeah.
Wow. Wow, I didn't know T.I. was coming into the studio.
Look, all this old thing about this logo, listen, I understand, but that's between the players on that court. First and foremost, Kevin Garnett, you weren't even over there at Boston long enough for you to even be acting like this. Everybody knows you as a Timberwolf, bro. Come on, relax. We didn't forget you was over there losing, getting dogged out by the Lakers for all them years up over there in Minnesota and left.
Now you a Celtics. Man,
look. If you look at Kevin Garnett and you think about Kevin Garnett, the first thing you'll think about is the Timberwolves, even with him winning a championship over there in Boston.
Hey, that's funny. Kevin Garnett said he ran LeBron out of Cleveland.
No, they didn't.
Are you kidding me?
Hey, what's funny, he didn't mention that the Lakers ran him out of Minnesota.
Sure did.
pretty much.
Ray Allen too. They got Ray Allen up out of there too.
Got Ray Allen out of Seattle.
all the way up out of there. They couldn't beat them.
Yeah, y'all just having to team up together and meet up in the finals to take the beat Kobe and Lamar and Powell, and then and then when the rematch happened, I don't care about the whole. I know everyone brings up the whole Kendrick Perkins injury. I really don't care.
You should.
I don't.
But you should.
I don't. I don't.
You should. I know you don't. Because won.
I don't care because we won. And Rasheed Wallace played better in Game 7. That's just my personal opinion.
He probably would have played better if Perkins was there.
Man,
but that's all irrelevant at this point.
And Kendrick Perkins also validated y'all points about this whole.
It's a reason why Boston was winning that game and that series when he got hurt.
I think we just overvalued Kendrick Perkins, man.
I think you devaluing what he brought to that team.
I think Papa Saul was just scared of him.
See, this is gonna be off air. We can have this conversation off air of why Kendrick Perkins was important to that series. I'm not saying he's an all-star or anything like that.
Nowhere close.
He was just important to that series.
By the way, Kendrick Perkins validated y'all points about this whole logo thing. He's like, I don't care if Kyrie hop skipping. He said something on First Take that had me rolling. I don't care if he hop skipping jumped on the logo.
Yeah,
carry on. Who cares?
Who cares?
So my next calling out, I'm on to the Lakers as I'm watching them right now losing by 14 to the Suns, which is
goodbye Lakers.
Yeah.
I said if Anthony Davis don't come back, it's one team I think going to the finals.
I'm calling out Andre Drummond.
Ooh, waste of a signing. Go ahead.
Andre Drummond. I need you to start playing like Andre Drummond and not like Conrad Drummond from Different Strokes. Pause.
Get that out of here, LeBron. Quit complaining.
Yeah.
All you need is Todd Bridge. I mean, I ain't know Todd Bridges and Gary Coleman were on the Lakers. I mean, golly, dude. You need Arnold and Willis. What are you doing? You're basically like DeAndre Ayton, just basically punk you, man.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
He was brought over there for one reason, and he's not. That reason has not been unfulfilled.
This is real Pau Gasol in 08 right now.
No, it might be this worse than Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol actually was an offensive player. This dude can't score unless it's a putback.
Frank Vogel, you're next.
Frank Vogel's. I'll talk about him later.
No, but I have to because I'm looking at this score and I'm asking one question that I even asked on Sunday. Where's Montrezl Harrell?
I asked that.
Time out. Cut the music. Cut the music. Hold on. You see what's going on right now? This is the exact reason why the Clippers let him go. There's certain teams, this dude, what he does is not going to be enough. Look, they're playing against a dude like Aiden. He's not going to be able to do nothing against him. Go ahead.
Who on the Lakers team is doing anything to stop Aiden? Why not play him and see what he can bring to the Lakers? Have no energy. He brings energy.
We are looking like dead man walking right now.
Hey, all I'm saying is I saw the same exact thing happen with us. Yeah. It's the same exact thing.
Yeah, and y'all lost.
Yep.
Hey, guess what the Lakers about to do?
We're losing.
About to lose.
This is not good.
This is looking
ugly. We need an energy. They look like they're going through the motions right now.
They gave up already.
Yeah. So
I feel sorry for Shannon tomorrow.
By the way, role players. What were y'all this postseason? Kyle Kuzma, what the heck was that on Sunday, man? LeBron throws you a perfect alley-oop. You want to try to get and one mixtape and try to throw it off the backboard and it clanks right off the rim.
That's the exact reason why I said Kuzma is most definitely out of here this offseason.
Sorry.
Yeah.
They should have traded him before when he had value. Don't nobody want Kuzma now.
Hey.
And I know Bleach Report has a story that if the Lakers don't make the finals, there are going to be some changes. I mean, what changes? We have a bunch of guys on one-year deals with the exception of KCP and Kuzma.
Only big change is going to be trading Kuzma.
I mean, they ain't no big changes. I mean, LeBron's not going nowhere. AD's not going anywhere. Stop it. So, I digress. Mark, I know there's somebody else you want to call out.
Clipper fans?
Well, first,
well, who was the other one?
That was it, right?
Yeah. Clipper fans. After game 2 of the series, I've got many of texts telling me how the series was over. Clippers about to get swept.
Yep, I sure see it.
Clipper season is over. And I believe I made a post right after y'all lost y'all second game. I said it's only 2 games. Calm down.
I still stand by my statement.
The Dallas is not going to win another game this series. Tim Hardaway was not going to keep playing like that. Was y'all expecting that or what?
No, I was expecting the Clippers to be the Clippers.
They are being the Clippers. They're beating Dallas. Like they beat Dallas last year. This is the thing. The Clipper fans said the same thing about Dallas last year.
I knew he was going to beat them last year. I wasn't sure this year.
I don't know why. Dallas has no second option. Luka can go for 30 and 40. Guess what? But the series, like I said, series not over, man. Like I don't want to hear when the Clippers come back. I don't want to hear Clipper fans jump back on the Clipper bandwagon. I really think the Clippers start off this series this way to get the fake fans out the way.
No, they for sure got me up out of here. I for sure lost faith.
It's your team,
they got to prove it to me.
That's your team.
Hey.
And I wasn't gonna say no names, but it's 3 people that's around me that went crazy after the second loss. My brother Nick Freeze, my brother Nympho, and my homie Fat. And the group chat said, "I'm about to disown the Clipper."
I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
Fat
say that.
said that. Oh, wait, Fat wasn't having a good day today either, man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say that.
The whole conversation about Ice Cube.
I've been through a whole lot worse with the Clippers than that.
Fat wasn't having a good day today because they had the whole Ice Cube comment discussion today on the chat. It was crazy. But I'll say that for Mark. He can talk about that more, him and Will. Y'all done with calling our names?
I am, yeah.
Nick, you done?
Yeah, I think matter of fact, no. I'm calling out Laker fans.
Oh.
Laker fans.
John.
Relax.
I'm calm.
You'll be okay. Relax.
This series over too?
No, I'm just saying in general. Relax. You know, they're so quick to like anything doesn't go perfect for. I'm not including you, John, because you a logical Laker fan.
I know what you're talking about. Trust me, I saw
there's,
Twitter.
There's a lot of Laker fans where anything that goes, anything besides winning, everything is just, oh my God, is this and that? Oh, this and that. Oh, this wouldn't happen if this guy was here. Oh, this wouldn't happen if Woo was here. Who cares? Listen, you guys just won a championship after being irrelevant for like almost 10 years. Relax. I wish the Clippers had the same problems that the Lakers had right now.
He's after being irrelevant for 10 years.
Shout out to all my brothers and sisters at Showtime.
Entitlement.
Shout out to all my brothers and sisters at Showtime Forum because we're really having this is the Slack right now. The Showtime Forum is pretty on fire right now, and I don't mean in a good way. Boy, y'all can be on Twitter, the Showtime Forum Twitter Spaces after this game. Mm-hmm. Oh my God! If this game keeps going the way it's going,
if y'all better not lose by more than 10 points.
Boy,
it's oh my! I got a homie. I already know he's gonna go crazy tomorrow about this.
Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna be on Twitter after the game on the Spaces, but man, this is not looking good.
Yeah, this is looking bad.
I cannot believe that this is happening now. But ladies and gentlemen, that's calling out names. What's up, bro?
Who would y'all play in the next round?
Portland. It'd be Denver or Portland.
Yeah, it's funny because I think they can beat both them teams.
They really can.
They really can.
This is actually our toughest challenge. Go figure, right?
Ain't that crazy? Until y'all go to Western Conference Finals and play whoever's up over there.
Clippers.
So we'll see. But ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for tonight. Obviously, we talked a lot of NBA. We talked some little NFL. Obviously, talked some serious topics. Again, shout out to Naomi Osaka. Be strong. Get the much rest you need, and come back ready to just continue to show why you're the best at what you do. Fans, if you're going to games this postseason, this regular season, or just going games, period, behave yourselves, please. We don't want this to shut down. We don't want us being ready to say shut things down. Please, I beg you.
Yeah,
I'm pleading with you. Act like you got some sense.
Lakers Phoenix getting layup lines.
Man, this is ridiculous.
There's no defense right now. We got who's the center right now? Keith? Oh, no wonder we're going super small. Pause.
Well,
Wow.
at this point, like y'all said, Montrezl Harrell.
I mean, might as well. I mean, what we got to lose? Besides our dignity. I mean, just go out there and play.
They saving them for Portland.
They're on a 24-1 run, dude.
What?
The Suns are on a 24-1 run. What is that?
Marquise, what the hell was that?
No defense. That's
Are
what
you serious? He just went past them.
Chris Paul said go past a lot of people.
Yeah, but not like that, man. He basically
Yeah.
played. He basically played Matador. Look at that. Whoop. Ole. Hey, Matador defense, man. Where the bullfighters at? So, pause. But we'll talk next week about. Obviously, we'll be starting round 2 next week. Hopefully, me and Nick will be in a more jovial mood going next week. Cause
Well, Nick will.
I'm still keeping hope. I still believe in my Lakers. I've just learned not to bet against LeBron James. I know he's been in these situations before.
I don't think he's been down 3-2 in the first round before.
LeBron.
He's undefeated in the first round
until this year.
Yeah.
By the way, Denver is retaking the lead against Portland, 198.
First team to 100 wins.
That's law is law. It's the law. Shout out to the Hall of Famer. We'll be back next week. We'll talk some more NBA playoffs. We'll talk some little NFL. We'll recap. Some more teams going to Cancun. What's that, brother?
Y'all saw what I just saw, right? You saw who was in the game?
Who?
Ben McLemore is playing over Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah, because he can shoot threes.
Can he?
Well, he can if they pass it to him. But we'll see. But next week we'll look ahead to the second round of the playoffs and start talking more about NFL. We'll recap the Floyd Logan Paul fight and everything. Thank y'all for joining us. Mark, glad to have you back in the booth.
Glad to be here.
Obviously, everybody in the comments, appreciate y'all. And we'll see y'all next week. This has been episode 51 of Sports for You. I'm John. That's Mark.
Yo, what up with it?
That's Nick Freeze.
All right.
That's Ben Ready on the board. And we out. Peace.